Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sitdown. Now, you guys will all see this video first, but today I spent recording and binging all of The Mandalorian Season 3. I'd only originally watched the first two episodes when that had dropped, and then kind of fell off. So did our binge today, because I thought there were things from that could possibly be playing in or hinting or teasing things for the show, which of course there were a few things, and there's a couple things that I could see play into this show. But I've been on quite a few rewatches, and after binging Mando, I've been patiently waiting after eating dinner to finally dive in to the two-part premiere of one of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. What am I talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat? We are getting ready to dive into the first of a two-part premiere for Ahsoka. And I cannot wait, dude. I'm so pumped to dive in. The first step is listed at 56 minutes, which will clock us at, about 50 or so. And part two is actually listed at 44 minutes, which would clock us in at more than 90. And 90 was about what I was hearing. But nevertheless, like I was saying, I've been doing all the prep for Ahsoka, man, which is essentially, as we have heard rumored, possibly going to basically be Rebels Season 5. And that is, of course, where I started. I rewatched all 4 seasons of Rebels. It is still, to date, my favorite thing that anyone has done since the original trilogy. It's one of those things where it's like all the things Filoni learned doing, Clone Wars with Lucas. You got to see him execute like all the best parts and takeaways and styles and things you could do, from both an animation and a story standpoint. And for me, Rebels is one of my favorite animated things of all time. So to know that we could get the rest of that story, right, one that ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, as Ezra Bridger, disappears with a bunch of Purgle, jumping to hyperspace to who knows where, with Admiral Thrawn. And, we had seen Ahsoka when she first popped up in Mando looking for Thrawn. Mando Season 3 teases that Thrawn is in play. It is a potential plan, but he's been being kept secret because nobody knows where he is. So rewatching Rebels, was obviously a big piece to what's going on here, especially when you're talking about, Thrawn and all of the Rebels. And that's the thing I'm most excited for, man, to see a live action version of Rebels on screen. Simply because there are a lot of people that won't have watched Clone Wars or Rebels, right? Like my mom, she's not going to dive into cartoons as much as I try to get her to. But maybe watching Ahsoka, she might want to get more of those stories. And this group, for me, is my favorite. So, obviously rewatching Rebels, and then I watched, like I said, Mando today. And my friend was like, I'm going to rewatch the last arc of Clone Wars. And I hadn't even thought about that. But the one thing that both me and my friend Britt, who you guys have all seen, of course, during my Obi-Wan rewatches, or Obi-Wan initial watches, they weren't rewatches, but those initial reactions. But it was one of those, like, I hadn't thought about it, but one of the things that we both want to see in this series is Anakin show up in some way, whether it's a Force ghost, whether it's, flashbacks and memories to things that are going on or that could apply to what she's doing here. The thing I was saying to my friend Britt, I was like, it'd be cool if you saw Filoni recreate things maybe from Clone Wars with Hayden, no Darth Vader stuff, and maybe Rebels. Like, I would love to see bits of that final fight and showdown between Ahsoka and Vader in live action and like kind of flashback form. I think that'd be really dope. So I can't wait to see how they use Hayden. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but certainly it's been rumored that Hayden is going to show up here. And I think it would be a miss to not have him pop up somewhere and have Rosario and Hayden opposite each other, because I just think that character is so important to Ahsoka. And like I said, there are so many people that haven't necessarily watched the cartoons that might not understand like what Ahsoka means, and especially means to that Anakin story. So to get some of that filled in, I think would be cool. But then I'm all here for Rebels season 5, man. And if this can lead to a live action Rebels show, that would be dope. I can't wait to see what has happened to Ezra. I'm fascinated to see how long they hold that card, or if at all we actually get to Ezra. Maybe that's the conclusion of the season. But nevertheless, getting to see Sabine, I'm very excited for. I really hope that we get to see Ahsoka train her, whether it's to be a Jedi or, being that, Ahsoka left the Jedi Order, at least find out that like Sabine is Force sensitive and train her in the ways of the Force. I think that would be really cool, especially if you were going to set up a live action Rebels and you do find Ezra, where you could kind of have Ezra end up being, the Master and Sabine being the Padawan if she wanted to become a Jedi. And being that this is my favorite group, outside of the original movies, like you could do things like that we never got to see, right? Where like Luke training Leia, and the idea of the two of them being Jedi together. If you did a live action Rebels, you could get there if you lay any of that in here. So that's something I'd love to see them hopefully play with, or at least confirm that Sabine is, Force sensitive. Because she's had, instances where you could think she might be. But regardless, some kind of training in that aspect would be dope. The one thing I am maybe a little concerned about is Hera. I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead, but after rewatching Rebels, Hera is so specific. I think all the action and anything physicality-wise, that Winstead can crush that. I'll be interested to see if she's able to capture Hera the way that like Hera is in the cartoon. But if she can do that, I'm very pumped to see anything that has to do with her, Sabine, Chopper. We saw Zeb obviously in Mando, so I certainly hope he shows up here. I can't say I remember seeing him in any of the previews, but if you're doing Rebels things, I certainly hope we get to see him join into the mix. And yeah, I just really want to see the Ahsoka story progress. And I'm so excited for Rosario to get like a whole season. And I'm so excited for Filoni to get a whole season. I kind of forgot when I was rewatching Mando today that like Filoni wasn't really involved in Mando at all, because he was solely focused here. And that's one of those things, I think, no matter where you land in the Disney Plus shows with Star Wars, when Filoni toys are played with, especially by Filoni, like anywhere Ahsoka has popped up, I thought all of her appearances have been phenomenal. I don't expect Filoni to drop the ball if he's running everything here, especially if this is a secondary piece, or an additional piece would be a fifth piece. But like if this is like Rebel Season 5, I can't imagine he drops the ball. So I'm going to shut up, because why in God's name are we waiting more than, 8 minutes? That's 8 extra minutes I could have been hitting play on this bad boy. Take a sip of the Canada Dry Cranberry Ginger Ale. It's my favorite of any of the carbonated beverages, and the occasional times that I will dabble in beverages of the carbonated variety, I've kind of tried to knock those off. But I digress. We've got Ahsoka Part 1 all teed up, both on the phone because I'm at my parents, so that's the only way I'm going to hear it here, and on the TV. That reminds me, kill the volume on the TV so you guys can't hear it there. Let's get the episode up for you guys and waste no more time and dive in to Part 1 of Ahsoka. I wonder who's on the score for this, because some of Ludwig's scoring would obviously attach itself to Ahsoka. Which, if you haven't noticed my new Ahsoka shirt, I've been rocking this through all of the Mando episodes I hadn't watched already. I think it's such a dope shirt. I just love all the colors. And like I said, after the original crew, she is my favorite. Ooh, we're getting a scroll? The evil galactic empire has fallen and a new republic has risen to take its place. However, sinister agents are already at work to undermine the fragile peace. A plot is underway to find the lost Imperial Grand Admiral Thrawn and bring him out of exile. Once presumed dead, rumors are spreading of Thrawn's return, which would galvanize the Imperial remnants and start another war. Former Jedi Knight Ahsoka Tano captured one of Thrawn's allies and learned of a secret map which is vital to the enemy's plan. Ahsoka now searches for the map as her prisoner, Morgan Elsbeth, is transported to the New Republic for trial. Oh, dude, I love that we just got a scroll. And it's not a saga scroll, it's not slander or anything, but I love the placement of all that, especially because, you know, not all of Ahsoka's history is going to be known to all of, you know, the viewers that are watching these episodes. All right.
The ship has entered this sector.
Ask them to identify themselves and transmit their clearance code.
It's got to be Ahsoka, right?
They're Jedi. The signal is an old Jedi clearance code.
Yep.
I'm calling their bluff. Signal them to come aboard. I want to meet these Jedi.
I guess it could be one of two. It could be Sabine, because her and Hera could have codes to transmit. I think it's more likely that it's Ahsoka. No, it makes sense to have her show up in the first few minutes of the show. Oh, and also, if I didn't say it before, I can't wait for live action Chopper. For those that don't know him because they didn't watch the animated, he's got these little arms and the sass that just makes him one of my favorite droids of all time. Oh, no, this is... Okay, I see what's going on. These are the villains first.
You put on a good show, but I don't buy it.
You're making a mistake.
Get RD3 to scan these imposters for identification.
Allow me to show you our identification.
Also, R.I.P. Ray Stevenson. Very excited to see what I believe is his one of, if not his last role.
We are no Jedi.
There's Sith. Whoo. There's one. This girl, Ivana Sakno, Shin 80. Visually, she's so striking. Stevenson just looks badass and terrifying as all hell. Classic Sith. Who's this now?
Baylan, you are true to your word.
And well paid for it, Lady Morgan.
The Jedi who captured me seeks the map. She knows about Thrawn.
Who is this Jedi?
Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah. Let's get to our title character, can we? Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. So pumped. Ugh. Part 1, Master and Apprentice. Ooh, does that mean we're gonna get what I'm hoping that we're gonna get? Or is that a Master and Apprentice in the Sith realm? Ahsoka and Sabine is what I would like it to be, but I'm pretty sure it's Ray Stevenson. And, oh man, I just said her name. Her last name is Sakno. Ivana? Is that it? Ivana Sakno? Yeah, Ivana Sakno. There's our girl, though. What is she up to? Searching for maps. God, I love Rosario so much. She's so perfect. Oh, that was freaking awesome. A little bit of a twist on that classic circular slice. But God, she's just so perfect for freaking Ahsoka. Like I said before, I'm very interested to see who did the score. 'Cause I feel like Ludwig does almost everything for Star Wars at this point. Indiana Jones vibe here. But also that was one of the cool things with Rebels and Ezra was finding those Jedi temples and the secret rooms and things, specifically down this backstretch of the last season. So I like it. You got a similar vibe going on with this room. Multiple points of focus, character-wise, different things to turn and twist. Like, there we go. Figure it out, Ahsoka. I am digging this score, though. Open a greater door. It's so freaking, I love freaking stuff like that. Dude, I love that all of this is just body language acting right now, right? Like no verbal from Rosario. Takes so much away from body language. What she got? This is the map. This feels so epic.
Yay. I found it.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
Yay.
Yep. Go time. Don't keep us waiting to see Ahsoka throw down, right? Action-wise, she's one of my favorite Jedi. Like, just the way she moves, the fact that she got the two.
The map. Give it to us.
Us.
Who's us? Ooh.
Us.
Good thing I've got multiple lightsabers. Yeah, let's go. Waste no time seeing Ahsoka throw down, man. I love it. Like, this should be a good fight, too. We've seen bits of this in the trailers. Oh, smart, clever girl. Yo, let's go. Do the head tilt. Come on.
Initiate self-destruct protocol.
Oh no. Well, makes her job easier. How big is that self-destruct explosion gonna be?
Where are you? I am above your position.
Them not moving makes me think that explosion's going to be very, very large.
No, you won't. Keep going. I don't understand.
Oh yeah, that is not small. Oh. Oh man. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh man. That self-destruct was legit.
Where were you?
I was keeping the ship at a safe distance.
If you didn't keep at such a safe distance, maybe we wouldn't have lost communication.
I am just following standard Jedi mission protocol.
Order doesn't exist anymore.
Nonetheless, I have my programming.
Next time, stay close. Watch my back.
That is the job of a Jedi Padawan learner, which I am not.
Nope. But Sabine should be.
I found it right where Morgan said it would be.
How did you get her to tell the truth?
Let's just say I didn't follow standard Jedi protocol.
Fulcrum, this is Home 1. Do you copy? Over.
Come in, Home 1. This is Fulcrum. Over.
Copy.
Fulcrum.
There's been an incident.
Love that Fulcrum tag. Dope. Oh, Hera!
General Syndulla. It's good to see you.
And you. Though I wish it were under more pleasant circumstances.
Oh no, she's going to crush.
I prepared a briefing to get you caught up.
Back up my original thoughts. Mary Elizabeth Winstead's so good. And yeah, you can already tell she's got a crush.
They seem to have abilities like you.
These days, there are few who can wield the Force.
Perhaps one of them was once a Jedi.
Yang, make a copy of this recording. Run a match on their lightsabers. The day isn't a total loss.
Star map?
Not just any star map. This one holds the secret Morgan's after. The location of the last missing Imperial Grand Admiral.
Ooh, Thrawn.
Thrawn.
Which also would mean Ezra.
That's not possible. Thrawn died at the Battle of Lothal.
His death was never confirmed.
They just shot off into light space.
She was a great ally of Thrawn's during Imperial rule. She knows something.
If Thrawn survived, does that mean Ezra?
Maybe.
I hope so.
Me too. Me too.
Let's take a look at this map.
The device is locked, and the key to activating it has eluded me.
It's never a straight line with you Jedi, is it?
Facts.
The Defense Council is requesting an update on the incident.
Tell them I'll be right there. You know who can help you with this.
Sabine.
I'm not sure she'll want to help.
She'll do it.
Means Ezra.
For Ezra.
Yep. But also, that's the Master and Apprentice I want. I want to see friggin' Ahsoka and Sabine rocking, man.
On this day, several years ago, the Empire was defeated. Thanks to the heroic efforts of Commander Ezra Bridger, who sacrificed himself.
Yes! I didn't know we were getting him. Hell yeah.
We dedicate here today stands in recognition of Commander Bridger and the rebel leaders who fought so valiantly on our behalf. May their courage...
Artwork.
Here to say a few words is one of those rebel leaders, Commander Sabine Wren.
Yeah, Sabine. Nowhere to be seen. Shocking. Oh, that piece of art is so wonderful. Clancy Brown, though, what a wonderful surprise getting him. I freaking love Clancy so much. Yeah, man, just leaning all in on the rebels. The long hair. It needs to go. I need short hair Sabine. But I'm very excited for Natasha Liu Bordizzo, because I think she really does have the Sabine look. And hopefully the vibe.
Stand down, Commander.
Don't tell Sabine what to do.
What's she doing?
She's gunning it.
Commander, stand down. Sabine?
Is she gonna stop?
Nope.
Stand down.
She's not stopping. She's crazy.
Woo! I am with you, droid. Lothcat. Yes.
Hey.
Makes me feel so good. Live action Lothcat. And it's not CGI, it's a puppet. Oh, I love it. Lothcat's like, yeah, I'm hungry. Oh, her Mando helmet. The casting, fantastic though.
Hey, Sabine.
Ezra.
Sorry for disappearing on you. I made this recording because, more than the others, I need you to understand. As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. So, that's what I did to defeat Thrawn. We've been through a lot. Grew up together in this rebellion. We're not really family, but you're like a sister to me. I know your fight isn't over, and now I won't be there to help you. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Like I said, man, I got Luke Leia vibes. I would love to see the two of them get live action side by side with sabers. That'd be dope. Hopefully it won't be super long till we see Ezra.
An ancient temple built by my ancestors. The Night Sisters of Dathomir.
Oh, Night Sisters.
You're a witch. A survivor.
Night Sisters, also some of my favorite stuff.
There's not much left back there. Either the Jedi has the map, or it was vaporized.
Jedi has the map. Obvi.
She has it.
Well, if she does, you're lucky.
Luck has nothing to do with it. Fate has decided our next move. Send this one to the planet Lothal.
Just like so cool to have this in live action.
Do as she says.
Why Lothal?
Ahsoka Tano's former apprentice is on Lothal. You're looking for Sabine Wren.
Yup. Walking away from that, it's tough for Sabine. Are we gonna get a recreation moment?
Ezra.
I'm fascinated to see if Filoni recreates anything from Rebels and with the live action stuff, like I said before. And a lot of that could be through dreams or flashbacks, the things that are tying into stuff that's happening on screen. Ahsoka. Piquing her interest.
You missed the ceremony.
Was that yesterday? It slipped my mind.
You were missed, Sabine. Everyone was there.
Not everyone.
Greetings, Sabine Wren.
Hello, Hu Yang? Still in one piece?
Oh, yes. And still 75% original. Well then. I'll be on the ship.
You're gonna want to hear what she has to say.
So smart to have Clancy Brown there. Not one I would have thought about.
I think I know how to find Ezra.
That's all Sabine needs to hear. Figure out how to open that map. Cut that hair. Love anywhere Sabine art can exist. With cats.
You really think Ezra's still out there?
Nothing is certain. However, our enemy is actively seeking Thrawn.
Where did you find this?
In a world named Arcana. It was a stronghold for the witches of Dathomir.
Great. This is getting more exciting.
Tell me what you see.
No one would design a map you couldn't read. There must be a key or codex of some sort.
Perhaps this will help. This is a scan Hu Yang took of the temple where we found it.
So, where do you call home these days?
This ship serves me fine.
Still? Don't you ever get tired of moving from one place to another?
I go where I'm needed.
Not always.
Ooh, burn!
You never make things easy.
Why should I? You never made things easy for me, Master.
Yes, dive into this. Want this.
There is nothing easy about being a Jedi.
Then I should have made a good one.
Yes, you should have.
Lady Tano, I have an update.
Not right now, Hu Yang.
Go ahead. I'm gonna need that scan. Can I take this?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
You, Ahsoka.
Why?
This isn't just about finding Ezra. It's about preventing another war.
You think I don't know that?
The map stays here.
Smart. So I would love Ahsoka, but When have we ever known Sabine to just follow orders? Her and Ezra both have that in common.
I see the two of you are getting reacquainted.
So what did you find?
The construction and overall design are executed exactly the way I taught younglings to build a lightsaber.
Oh, snap.
So definitely Jedi trained.
Yes, in the last 500 years, I've only known one student who built a saber such as this, Baylan Skull.
Master and an apprentice.
That would be my assumption. They will be formidable adversaries for you alone. Of course, you may not be alone.
Maybe.
Bringing Hu Yang along is great. Smart idea.
Thank you, Hu Yang.
Another one of those classic droids we all like. His connection, obviously, to Ahsoka. Like I said, when does Sabine ever listen? Uh-oh. Apprentice showdown coming. Ooh, that apprentice has backup. She looks so evil. I love it. Almost as much as I love a puppet Lothcat.
Looking for a key.
Sounds like it didn't go so badly.
She took the map. Off the ship.
Everything's gonna be fine.
I don't understand why things have to be so difficult.
Well, considering your history, I'd say that's expected. But you and I both know Sabine gives you the best chance of reading that map.
It's true.
You're right. Just wish she had changed a little. She's still just as stubborn and bullish as ever.
She's Mandalorian.
Yep.
You knew what you were getting into.
Thought I did. Things didn't turn out the way either of us wanted.
Mentoring someone is a challenge. I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Fucks. And vice versa. That also hurts her a little bit, though.
Anakin never got to finish my training.
Walked away.
Before the end of the Clone Wars, I walked away from him.
Like I walked away.
And the Jedi.
Sabine.
Just like I walked away from Sabine.
I'm sure you had your reasons.
Sometimes even the right reasons have the wrong consequences. What do we do then?
She's so Jedi. I love it.
Well, you're of no help.
So excited for the 9 p.m. instead of the 3 a.m., but we're around my bedtime. Clearly kicking in. Come on, Sabine, what are you missing?
3 figures.
3 figures like the room in the Jedi Temple.
3 faces.
The score, man, is so good. That's simple.
The key.
Got it. Good girl, Sabine. What systems are those?
This is it.
Something she can see, you think? And clearly she thinks so.
Think I'm going on a trip?
Yeah. Tell you, man, she's really capturing Sabine's tone and vibe. Uh-oh. Whoa. Where did that come from? I guess we found a second, right? Oh, now they've got the map. And destroyed all of Sabine's stuff. Gah. Sabine, come on.
I need backup now!
We have a problem.
That's why you don't leave the ship, Sabine. But hey, we learn as we go, right? Lightsaber. Uh-oh.
We've been looking for this. That's too bad.
Yes! Fire me up, man. Apprentice v. Apprentice. This has been a very, very strong first episode. Sabine's saber looks so tiny. Now it doesn't. Just an angle. Go. Gotta move on, Ahsoka. Oh god. Get a move on. Ooh, using the cloak. Oh, Sabine. Move, Ahsoka.
There.
I see them.
Using the cloak again. It's gonna be a classic move, apparently, for this one. What? Oh, Sabine. Dude, what? For our friend Ray. Appreciate that. That was a very, very strong first episode. Accomplished a lot, Mr. Filoni. You accomplished a lot in a really wonderful way. I'm very excited to watch this. Animated credits. The usage of the maps. That was excellent, man. I love the setup with Ray Stevenson and his apprentice at the beginning. Ahsoka finding the map was great. Plus, you got a little action right in there on the back end. The one thing I felt good about initially, because I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and then rewatching, I was like, ooh, can she capture? And like within seconds, it was just like, oh yeah, no. She did her homework. She is nailing Hera so well. Didn't see Chopper yet, so that's still something to look forward to. But I really did like what we got from Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I think she's capturing Hera right. Clearly, I am really digging what we're getting from Natasha Liu Bordizzo, who's playing Sabine here. Really great stuff from her. Love seeing Clancy Brown pop up. That was awesome. And I like tying him into what was going on with Sabine for Sabine's intro. But I really do think Bordizzo is capturing Sabine quite well. There were several times where she was talking and I was just like, that sounds exactly like Sabine. So I'm really digging that performance. And then, I like touching and tapping into the, Master and Apprentice of it all with Ahsoka and Sabine. And, that's a thread that's clearly tough for Sabine. But if it could lead to finding Ezra She's got to be on board. And you could see in her eyes, too, like, that she clearly missed being there and, you know, doing the Jedi stuff. So yeah, I really dug that first episode. I think that's a great setup. You know, like I said, for people who are unfamiliar with these characters, nice little introductions. I definitely think having the background knowledge of these characters to this point is certainly beneficial. You really get a good sense, though, of Sabine more than Hera. You know, not listening, not showing up. But not like because she's, you know, like a troublemaker or anything like that. But it's like Sabine's got to do what Sabine's got to do because that works. You know, that Mandalorian kind of spitfire that you can have with her. The bits of artwork, the giant mural and the little things on the ship, I thought was great. I think you can really vibe on the chemistry, and you can see how and why that relationship with her and Ahsoka could be very complicated. I continue to just adore Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Her stoicism is so good. It's so good. And again, like I said, the interactions that she has with Sabine are wonderful, and the same with you know, with Hera. You know, those back and forths. You know, talking about the potential. Could this map mean that Ezra is alive, if Thrawn is alive, and how that is a driving force, right? No matter what anyone has done or where anyone has landed, you bring up Ezra, I'm just gonna bring all these people together, and I'm sure that'll hopefully get us Zeb down the line. But to start off, I dug what we were seeing, and visually, no shock, very, very strong. I think all the Star Wars Disney Plus shows have been very strong in the visual effects and just the set design and production and costume design. Like, all of that is dead on. I can't wait for Sabine to get her short hair, but the long hair definitely works, and it's a cool vibe in the sense that, like, there's a difference between this character and the character that we knew in Rebels, and we're gonna get to explore that. And obviously, it seems with the image for Episode 2 where the hair is shorter, you know, we'll get to see the Sabine we all know and love, I think. And you can see she's also holding her Mandalorian helmet there. And yeah, like I said, I just think the foundation of all the things that you want is there. And that Rebels vibe is very present, man. Like, that felt like watching it, I could see it in animated form, if that makes sense, you know. And I think Dave Filoni really did a good job. And I like this pacing. And I like the initial build here. I think we've like I said, this show felt like from the trailers something that could be kind of like a mixture of that kind of grounded, gritty storytelling that we were getting with Andor, and then the spectacle elements of Mando. And to get, you know, lightsaber action both at the front and the end. You know, getting to see Ahsoka's ship. I'm still we haven't seen it yet, but I'll be stoked to see Ghost. Love that ship as well. But yeah, I think everything that you could hope for in a first episode is here and is present. And I certainly think if this is the springboard, sky is the limit for this show. So let's not waste any more time, because we got another episode to watch tonight. Let's get the Sea Maniacs up. It's funny, I was saying, like, 3 a.m.s can be tough, but apparently for old man Seaman, 9 p.m.s can be tough too. And but Sea Maniacs up. I gotta tell you, man, like I said, I really dug this episode. I think it does a good job of establishing our characters. You know, I feel like I could pick up on the motherly aspect of Hera in the little bit that we got from Mary Elizabeth Winstead. But she obviously, I think, is the least touched on. We obviously know Ahsoka, but you kind of are getting more vibes of her, and seeing people that she's dealt with in the past, I think, gives you an idea of where she's at. But the big one for me is, I think, really capturing Sabine in a way where people who are unfamiliar with the TV show really have a good sense, an idea about this character already. So I like that Filoni was able to pull that stuff off. I think it's a good setup. I like the Ray Stevenson and his, apprentice in Ivana Sakno's character. and like mirroring that with, you know, Ahsoka and Sabine, I think is kind of cool. You know, if you got a pair Master and Apprentice in the Sith world, we need that balance. And even if, you know, Ahsoka's not a Jedi per se, nor is Sabine, I think that kind of balances really well. Oh man, I got the yawns, man. Man, sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna go very much. I'm just locked in this zone right now after watching Mando all day. But I'm gonna go 4. I think this is a really, really strong start. But I think sky is the limit for this show. And I'm really pumped to get into part 2. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna flip it over to you guys. I want to know what you're thinking. How excited have you been in the build up to Ahsoka? Have you watched Rebels and Clone Wars? You know, are you a fan of the animated series? If you haven't, is this something that, like, if it hits all the way through and you really dig it, would you be willing to jump into the animated shows? As far as this episode goes, what do you think as a kickoff, as a foundational builder, knowing we've got another episode to build on top of that? But did you think it kind of set the groundwork pretty well here for this show, and the little nods and things to Rebels that we see throughout the whole course of the episode? What was hitting for you? What wasn't? Good, bad, indifferent on Ahsoka Season 1, Episode 1, Part 1. I know the actual title. I think it was Master and Apprentice was the title that was given at the start. Also, I love the scroll. Oh, the scroll is so great. And the score. The score is fan-freaking-tastic. I didn't see who was freaking on the score when I was like watching and talking about it. I was more watching the animation. Next episode, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for who's behind the score on this one, because I need to know if... Oh, you know what? Wait, we could probably just... Like, it's going to take a sec, but we could probably just do this instead. Because I thought the score was quite stellar, specifically in just like certain moments that were really, really hitting for me. Also, yeah, like leaving Sabine, or like just diving in, like leaving Sabine for dead right out the gate. It's one of those, like, you kind of shake that off really quickly because we know she's gonna be okay. That's definitely not something you see coming. I'll be interested to see how that could impact, you know, her and Ahsoka's relationship. Let's see, executive producers. Gosh, there are a lot of producers on this show. Rosario Dawson. Oh, we're gonna go into the cast first. All right, there we go. Director of photography, Eric Steelberg. He did very nice. Music by Kevin Kiner. All right, hey, Kevin Kiner, shout out, man. You're giving me like Ludwig kind of good, man. Where it's like if Ludwig's name was on there, I wasn't gonna be surprised. But most excellent. I really did dig that score. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for me. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Put everything you got, man. Good, bad, indifferent on Ahsoka Season 1, Episode 1, Master and Apprentice down below in the comment section. Look forward to talking to you guys down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out anytime we're talking about movies, TV, trailer, reactions, you want to be here for my part 2 reaction and just all my Ahsoka coverage. You want to see when those Mando episodes get up. Maybe it's that coverage if you're in that Star Wars kick. You just dig the general vibe. You want to show a little love and support. Well, hey, come join C-Maniac Nation. We're trying to get to 4,000 before the end of the year. And if we hit that, try to get to 5. You want to help out and be a part. All you gotta do is jump over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time, for the C-Man, send him a sit down. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace! Oh, you guys are still here. You snuck up on me. You must be looking for more of this guy. Well, I got 2 video options for you, man. Right up here and right over here. And if you want all those C-Man goodies, well, hey, come join the squad right on over there, and I'll catch you on the next one.